Okay. Good morning. Good day. Good day, hopefully, right? We're going to make it a good day by taking care of our feet. I decided to kind of use these Friday morning classes maybe to focus on a specific part of the body each week. And I thought we would start from the ground up. And so today we are going to focus on our lovely little feet. And obviously in a yoga class, we use our feet a lot. And especially in standing postures, which there are many, we need to have that strong, flexible foot to help us to ground down and find our balance. And then, of course, obviously, our feet take us through life, right? Carry us through everything we do, from walking, running, jumping, playing tennis, going skiing, anything and everything you do. And I think the feet, too, they're so underappreciated, right? And we wrap them up in our shoes every day and maybe so barely ever even take the time to get a foot massage or to really even work out maybe barefoot, which is why also yoga is just so great, because we are always barefoot, meaning that we are working all of the muscles of the foot always throughout class. So it's just very important. And I think it's going to be kind of fun to just focus on the feet for this next 30-minute class. So if you do have available to you a yoga block or a pillow, you might want to grab that too, or just have that nearby, because the very end, I'm hoping we can get into a pose where it might be helpful to have that. So let's get started. Okay. And we're actually going to start standing up. Okay. So find your yoga mat and plant your feet, and the pose that sort of starts it all is Tadasana, mountain pose. And it's very similar to the anatomical position of the body, which makes sense, right? We're aligning the bones of our body and we're finding our spine in a neutral position. And it all starts, though, from the ground up, from our feet. So just take a moment and maybe even just look at your feet. And let's just start by sort of kind of bringing the weight side to side, forward and back. And maybe you're kind of making like a little circle in one direction, okay? And right away, when we start to talk about feeling the 3 points of contact, right? So between your big toe mound, your pinky toe, back to your heel. So it's like a little triangle, right? If you're going in one direction, kind of go the other way with a little bit of a circle of moving your weight side to side, forward and back as you come around. And finding those 3 points of contact, okay? And so what that means is that we're pressing, that's where most of the weight bears down into our feet, and where we truly connect with the ground. But often you pronate or you supinate, right? So you either kind of roll in or you roll out on your feet. So think about that, finding those 3 points of contact, and just pause, root down, press into the big toe mound. Now press into the pinky toe mound, and then press back and down into your heel. And now I want you to try to lift all 10 toes. So we say that a lot in yoga. You might hear that a lot in yoga class. Your teacher says, lift all 10 toes. And this is essentially what they're trying to get you to do, is to find those 3 points of contact. And then when you're doing that, you're also lifting up through your inner arch of your foot, right? And then by doing that, then all that energy sort of travels up your legs. So now strengthen your legs, okay? Feel that energy sort of spiraling up, and then it sort of pulls up through your pelvic floor and into your lower back. And make sure you're not clenching your glutes, okay? So soften your glutes. Your arms are just down by your side. Roll your shoulders back just slightly. And then feel the back of your head pressing back. The chin is sort of tucked just slightly, okay? So we're not jutting the chin forward. It comes back just slightly. So think of your earlobes in line with the tops of your shoulders, your collarbone. And then the crown of your head reaching up, straight up. So this is Tadasana, right? Keep engaging the feet. So Pada Bandha, my mentor and lifelong friend and teacher, Donnell Arthur, taught me this a long time ago. Pada Bandha. Pada means foot in Sanskrit, in yoga. And bandha is sort of this energy, this idea of energy, and harnessing that. And so pada bandha, when you lift all 10 toes and you root down through the feet, you're feeling that energy pull up and into you. And you instantly begin to find a little more strength and balance in any of your standing postures. So I might say that a bit today too. So I say engage a little pada bandha. It means root down through the 3 points of contact, lift all 10 toes and energize from the feet up. Okay? So enough talk about that. Let's start to flex the foot a little bit. So I want you to put some weight into the right foot, lift the heel up and press into the big toe mound, and then just sort of wiggle it side to side. So rolling over the pinky toe, over to the big toe, and really put some weight into it, okay? And then release that, come into the left side, pressing into the left big toe mound, over to the pinky toe, and then back into the big toe a little bit, okay? And then let's just do that a little bit with the breath. So breathe in, lift the right heel. Exhale, release it. Breathe in, lift the left heel. Exhale, release it. One more time. Lifting the right heel, really pressing in to the big toe mound. Feeling that nice stretch into the toes, into the arch. Release it. Now, the other way around. So we're going to curl the toes under, press into the big toe mound from the top of the foot, and roll over to the pinky toe, and then back to the big toe. So most of our life, we spend our foot in flexion, right? This is now flexing the opposite way, which for some of us might be pretty uncomfortable. So take it easy on yourself. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Release the right foot. You might need to shake that out a little bit. Move to the left side. So curl the toes under the left foot. Press into the big toe mound. Roll to the left. To the pinky toe side of your left foot. Back towards the big toe mound. Keep pressing down as much weight as you can bear on that. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Let it go. Maybe roll out that foot. Good. All right. So a little ankle roll. So focusing on the feet, but obviously the ankles, which connect to our lower legs. So we're going to kind of focus on from the knee down, right? As we open up the calf muscles, the ankle muscles, which help to release the feet and to allow us to engage. So let's start to move just a little bit. Come back to your Tadasana, Pada Bandha. So root down through the feet, lift all 10 toes. Strengthen up the legs. Sweep the arms up to the sky. Grab your left wrist, and let's just take a little side stretch over to the right. So continue with Pada Bandha. Continue to fire up the feet and the legs. And then pull your wrist over and stretch. Come back to your center. Switch out your grip. Grab your right wrist, reach up, and stretch over to your left. Continue. Now notice, you might start to feel already, oh, my weight really started to push over into my left foot. Now see if you can bring the weight back to your right and make the weight equal between left and right, and then reach a little bit further to your left. So just see if you start to notice things like that, right? Becoming aware. That's what yoga is all about. Come back up to center. Breathe in, reach up. As you exhale, let's take a forward fold. Come on down. And I want you to just soften your knees. Your legs are probably a little tight. So just soften the knees. Shake out your head. Shake out your shoulders. And then from here again, just feeling the weight side to side, forward and back. You can relax your toes now. All right. But then see if you can center your weight. Feel the weight centered between both feet. Start to straighten your legs a little bit more and pull yourself down into a forward fold. All right, now take a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Breathe in. As you exhale, plant your hands. Let's step back to plank pose. On the balls of your feet, legs are strong, core is strong. Bend your elbows, lower yourself to the ground. Point your toes now, pressing the tops of the feet. As you inhale, press into your hands, roll up to cobra pose. Inhale. And exhale. Release it down. Good. Now tuck your toes back under. Really press into the big toe mounds and your hands as you press up to plank pose, to downward facing dog. So downward facing dog is one of the best stretches there is, I believe, but especially for the feet, the ankles, and the lower legs, right? So if you're feeling tight, you're going to feel that particularly here. Your heels are probably lifted a bit higher, and that's okay. What I want you to do is bend your knees, right? And then see if you can lengthen your spine just a little bit more. So tilt your tailbone up, pull your belly in, and then you can work on straightening the legs a little bit more. And now let's all bend the right knee. So bend the right knee quite a bit. Come onto the ball of the right foot. And then see if you can press that left heel back and down. And even here, think about pada bandha. Can you lift all the 5 toes of your left foot and really press into the big toe mound, the pinky toe, and the heel? Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Okay, other side. So bend into the left knee, coming onto the big toe mound of the left foot and pressing down through the right heel. And again, see if you can maybe lift the toes of the right foot. As you really engage the foot, it allows for the ankle to open up as well as the lower leg, like calf muscles, the hamstring, the hips, the lower back, right? It's all connected. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Now, come onto the balls of both feet. Lift those hips up nice and high. Really press into the big toe mounds. I want you to feel that stretch through your inner arch. Take another big breath in. And then at the base of your inhale, I want you to bend your knees and lower yourself all the way down to tabletop position. And just exhale, let it all out. Whew. Keep the toes tucked under, okay? As you breathe in, let's come into cat pose. So drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, look up. And then as you exhale, come into cat pose. Round your spine, tuck your tailbone. And then at the base of your exhale, I want you to shift your hips back to your heels and really press back your hips back into your heels. Feel that stretch. Whew. Into your feet with the toes tucked under there. Good. Now take another breath in, lift the hips up, release the heels down, downward facing dog. Big breath in, let it out. Whew. So let's do that again, guys. Inhale, lift the heels up nice and high. Ooh, feel that stretch. Bend the knees as you exhale, release to tabletop position. Inhale, cow pose, breathe in. Keep those toes tucked under. As you exhale, round the spine and press the hips back to the heels. Really feel that stretch in the feet. Your next inhale, you'll lift the heels up. Lift the hips up as well. And then as you exhale, release the heels down to the ground for full downward dog. Good, you guys. Let's take another breath in here. And exhale it out. So guys, from here, let's reach the right leg up to the sky. And notice as you lift that leg up, whoo, instantly all the way into the left leg. See if you can root down through the big toe mound and the heel and the pinky toe. And again, lift the toes if you can. Take another breath. Bend the knee, pull through to lunge pose as you exhale. Now guys, we're going to spin that back foot flat and we're going to come into warrior one. But before we do, I want you to look at your feet, right? So look back at your left foot behind you. We want to root down through that left heel. We want to press down through the big toe mound and then really think about pressing back and down through the pinky toe of your left foot. Now look at your front foot again as well. Pada bandha, press into that big toe mound. Lift the toes of your right foot, bend into your right knee. When you're ready, rise up to warrior one. Breathe. Reach. Bend into your front knee. Feel that strength and that energy rising up through your feet, nice and strong. So good. From here, guys, interlace the hands behind you, all right? Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Breathe, just stay right here. Continue to root down through the feet. Feel that energy rising up. Now we're gonna play with our balance. I want you to hinge from your hips forward. Start to come onto the big toe mound of your left foot, right? And as you start to bring the weight into your right foot, drag the left toes behind you. Then when you're ready, bringing all the weight into the right foot and right leg, lift the left toes up behind you. Nice, you guys. You can keep that right knee bent slightly, or you can start to straighten the right leg as well. Draw up, reach through the crown of the head, reach through the left toes. We're almost there. Take another breath. We'll release the left foot back down. Warrior one, reach the arms up to the sky. Whew. Good work. Breathe in. Exhale out. Nice. Release the hands down to the mat. Let's just step right back to downward facing dog. Stretch it out. All right. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Feel the right heel reaching down. Feeling that big, deep stretch into the right leg. Lift the left leg 1 more inch if you can. Breathe in. Bend the knee as you exhale. Pull through to lunge pose. Spin your back heel down. So you guys, that might mean you need to walk the foot out a little bit wider, okay? Or you might even need to walk the foot in a little bit to get the heel down. But we want that back right heel down. We want to think about rooting into the outer edge of that back foot, especially here, so that the inner arch lifts. And then looking at your front foot as well. Pada bandha, lift the toes of the left foot, root down through the feet, rise up for warrior one. Spread your fingers wide. Right here, feel the energy pressing down into your yoga mat and then rising up through your legs. So strong. Beautiful warrior one. Reach up. On your exhale, hands behind you. Interlace the fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest. Oh, just enjoy that beautiful stretch. Legs strong. Now, start to look forward. Come onto the ball of your right foot. As you bring the weight into your left leg, drag the toes behind you. When you're feeling confident, when you're feeling the strength of that left foot rising up through the left leg, lift the right leg up behind you. Find your balance. Reach through the crown of the head. Reach through your knuckles. Reach through your toes. Standing leg is strong. Breathe. We release to warrior one. Nice and slow. Root down through that back heel. Reach through your fingers. Take another breath in. Reach up. So good. Exhale. Release it. Hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Whew. Breathe. Exhale out. Good. Now from here, just step the right foot forward and then spin around to a wide leg forward fold. And right here, I want you to feel the feet rooting down. Think about pressing down now through the outer edge of the feet, rooting down through the heel, the pinky toe, and the big toe mound. Lift all 10 toes, lift the hips up, drop the head down. You could grab your ankles. If you had a block, you could have the block underneath your hands for a little support. But keep the pada bandha. I want you to try lifting all 10 toes, lifting up through your inner arch, pulling that energy up through your legs, and then relaxing. Let gravity take hold of your upper body. Whew. Just enjoy this beautiful stretch. Good. Now from here, come to your fingertips, lengthen your spine, pull your heels in, bend into your knees, and then slowly rise up. We're going to bring our hands to our knees here for just a moment and continue with pada bandha. So lifting all 10 toes, pressing down into the feet, pulling the knees out wide, chest is lifted. Beautiful. Now from here, let's try lifting just the right heel and sort of bringing the weight into the foot. Whew. Release the right heel down. Lift the left heel up. Good. Release the left heel down. Now try lifting both heels, finding our balance. Maybe reach the arms out. Lift the heels up another inch. Breathe. Smile. We're doing it. Take another breath. Release the heels down. Whew. Inhale. Press into the feet. Straighten the legs. Reach your arms up to the sky. Whew. So good, guys. Spin the heels back out and release into another forward fold. So good. Shake out your head. Let it go. All right, let's make our way. Just bend your knees, come down. So from here, guys, I want to work into hero's pose. And this is where a block or a pillow might be helpful for you, okay? And I might even start with the block underneath me. So hero's pose now is where the feet are under us. So knees are about hip width apart. And again, if you have a block, you can sit on the block. And the feet are underneath us, the toes pointing back, right? So if you didn't have a block, but you are really tight, you can just come to sitting on your knees, sit your hips back on your heels, right? Okay, so this is sort of stage one. Stage two is where the knees are as wide as your hips, and you start to bring your hips down in between the feet, okay? So that's where, that's a big stretch on these knees and the feet. So that's where if you had a block, you could kind of sit up on the block or a pillow, okay? So take it to where you can. I just want you to feel, obviously, the stretch through the top of the feet, working into the knees as well here. And if you're working on this here, getting the hips down in between the feet, but you're not quite there, you can always make your hands into fists as well and press your fists into your feet. And it's a really nice massage as well. But it helps to lift the hips up just an inch or so if that's what you need. Okay, so let's just play with this pose for a couple breaths wherever you are. See if you can settle into it and take about 3 deep breaths. Now, if you're here and you're super flexible and you're feeling all right, you can start to walk the hands back. Maybe you can come to the forearms. Okay, you might even be able to come all the way down. If so, you can grab your feet and lower yourself all the way to the ground. Okay. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Close your eyes. Take another breath. Exhale out. Take one more breath. And then slowly start to come out of this one. If you were in the full pose, gentle, gentle. Cross your ankles behind you. Come onto your seat. All right. And you might even need to roll out those ankles a little bit. Roll out the feet. Okay, guys. So this is the good stuff here. So now we're going to come into Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together. I just want you to look at your feet, your precious little feet. Giving them a little love this morning. So press the heels together, press the big toes and the pinky toes together, press the outer edges of the feet together. Sit up nice and tall, breathe in. Exhale out. Just feel the energy of the feet pressing together. Let's take another breath in here. As you exhale, I want you to hinge forward and come into a fold in Bandha Konasana. Now, if you can, we're working our way, our face perhaps, all the way down towards our feet. Okay? And then as you come down here, you can kind of either reach your arms forward, you can pull them in. As I get a little lower, I like to tuck my arms all the way underneath my legs. And then eventually I can sometimes get my forehead all the way down to my toes, or even get my eye sockets into my big toe mound. It feels really amazing. Just give it a try. Wherever you're at, we're just here for another breath or two. Connecting forehead to feet, right? Honoring our entire body and all that our body does for us every day. And slowly make your way back up to a seated posture. And this is where I want to give ourselves a little massage, right? So I want you to grab your right leg, right? And let's just start with this foot, this right foot. I like to just do a little push into my inner arch, right? Maybe getting into the outer edge of the foot, the heel, into the mounds of the toes, the pads underneath the big toe mound all the way to the pinky toe. And then if you can, with your fingers here, see if you can get your fingers in between your toes. Now, this might not be possible for some of you, okay? Some of you might have really tight feet, okay? But this might be a goal of yours. Can you get your fingers in between your toes? And then we're going to take that foot and just sort of make some circles with the ankle. Okay, and then just flex and point. And the whole time you've got your fingers between the toes, you're squeezing, right? So a lot of compression, sending a lot of blood and love into your foot. All right, and then release that. Maybe give it another squeeze. One more little squeeze for that foot. Maybe even get up into the ankle a little bit, the lower leg. Oh. And then let's do the other foot. So grab that left foot. Again, I like to start with the inner arch, but you can do it however you want. Just make sure you get the whole foot, all right? Give it a good squeeze. Send some blood to the feet. And then again, if you can, taking your four fingers and getting them through in between each of the toes, giving it a good squeeze. And then again, just taking some circles with the ankle. You're flexing and pointing. And again, you're squeezing in between those toes the whole time. It might not exactly be the most comfortable thing in the world, okay? That's okay. If you do this consistently, you will see that it starts to feel better. Okay. I remember the first time I did this, I was like, what? You can put your fingers between your toes? I don't know if that's going to happen, right? But then it did, and it does, and it feels good now. Just give that foot a few more squeezes. Again, if you get up into your ankle or even into your lower leg. Right. And then bring the feet back together in Bandha Konasana. Maybe just give it another good rub into your medial arch there, your inner arch. Give them a good squeeze. And then pull your knees in. And I want us just to relax back into a short little Shavasana. So just lay yourself down. Okay. Legs out, arms down by your side. And perhaps you even feel your feet still sort of warm and tingly from that little massage you just gave yourself. So just feel. Feel the feet relaxed and soft now. Relax all the muscles of the legs. Soften your hips. Relax your spine. Release your shoulders and your arms and your hands. Feel the back of your head supported by the ground, your neck and your throat soft, your face soft. And bring one hand to your heart, your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. And just be proud of your efforts for taking care of you. These are especially stressful times right now. And the body can stay in this stressful state of fight or flight. Our nervous system becomes overloaded. We eat or drink the wrong things and we just don't feel well, right? We're not taking care of our bodies. So important to just take this time to slow things down, to connect with and honor your body. Pull your knees in. You can just slowly make your way up to a seated posture. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands together at your heart. Take a deep breath in. Bowing into your hands at your heart. Exhale out. Namaste. Thank you guys. I hope you've enjoyed our little yoga focus on feet. Just a little bit over 30 minutes. It could have gone a lot longer, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hope your feet enjoyed it. And maybe you learned a few little things or maybe a few ideas for just focusing on the feet to help you to balance in some of your yoga postures as well. Okay. So have a beautiful day and hope you can join me again sometime soon. Take care.